Hey y'all, today's first impression video is going to be of another foundation, and this is the Guerlain Lingerie de Peau foundation, and I purchased this in the shade 24. I did purchase this online, so when I got it I just made sure that it matched on my hand, but I have not put this on my face, and it seemed to match pretty well. Inside the box they did provide like an information booklet in a bunch of different languages, and I kind of just read over it a little bit. Basically, this foundation is supposed to look like your skin. Apparently, it's infused with silk, and that's where they come up with the name Lingerie de Peau. And that silk is supposed to just blend in with your skin so that your foundation is unnoticeable, but your skin still looks perfected. So we'll see how that works out. Also, inside of the little leaflet here, it also talks about it having SPF 20, which is a good thing. And then also it says that it should be applied with the fingertips for best results. So I will be doing that. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you can see the application. Okay, so now that we're all up close and personal, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to shake this up. It does come with the pump, which is really convenient. So I'm just going to pump a little bit of this on my hand. And as you can see, it's really runny. The texture so far reminds me of the Makeup Forever Face and Body. Really liquidy, or like the L'Oreal Magic Nude Foundation. Now this was just one pump. It's applying really easily. It feels good. I hope this is the right color. It looks slightly light for me, but maybe it'll oxidize a little bit. We'll see. I'm surprised that it actually is taking this long to blend in, being that it's one with that you're supposed to use your fingertips with. I just assumed it would be kind of like the Makeup Forever or the L'Oreal, where it will blend in really quickly. But this one gives you a little bit more time to work with it before it dries down. Alright, so that's one side done. And just looking in the mirror here, I can definitely see that it just evened out my skin tone slightly. As if right now I can definitely see the foundation on my skin, but that's probably more so to do with the fact that it looks lighter than my actual skin tone. But I think it still works. This is the side without foundation, this is the side with foundation, and you can see it's not really much of a difference, but my skin just looks more perfected on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face. And I think what happened is when I applied this to the first half of my face, I think I used up a lot more product, because this side definitely is much easier to blend. So I might have put a lot more product on the first side of my face. But let's just make sure it looks even. It'll be alright. And again, that was me using one pump. Okay, so that looks pretty well blended. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is apply the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back in a second to show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm back and I put on the rest of my makeup. So pretty much like all of my first impression videos for foundation, I put concealer underneath my eyes and only powder underneath my eyes. I did not set the rest of my foundation. I did go ahead and apply a little bit of bronzer around the edges of my face and some blush, which is showing up really strong on camera, but I promise it doesn't look that strong in real life. And then I just put on lipstick. I did not wear a highlighter today. I actually don't even have on any eyeshadow because I'm not going to be doing much right now. So what I could tell when I was applying the rest of my makeup is that there's like one dry patch on my face that has been like accentuated by this foundation, and I was a little bit worried about that before I applied it because I knew this spot was kind of on my face and I probably should have exfoliated today before applying the makeup. So take that with a grain of salt. It did accentuate it though, so just make sure that if you are trying out this foundation that your skin is good. Make sure you exfoliate and get those dry patches off. But other than that, it does look pretty good. The little place where it accentuated the dry spot, I'm not gonna do anything about right now because I'm not leaving my house. But if I feel like I need to like put some lotion or something on it, I will come back and let y'all know that too. Also, if I decide that I'm gonna come back and put other makeup on, I'll let you know that too. So anyway, so far I do like the way it looks. It does look really natural. It feels really good, and it really reminds me of the Makeup Forever face and body so far. So I do like it, and we shall see how this wears. The time right now is 12:50, and I'll be back in a few hours to let you all know how this foundation is holding up. See you soon. Okay, so I'm back and the time is now 4:40 p.m. So I've had this foundation on for about 4 hours right now, and as you can see, I'm getting a little shiny in my forehead and my nose, but it does look a little bit shinier on camera than it does in person just because the light is directly shining on me. So I have not touched it up. I haven't blotted or done anything like that, and I've been relatively active today, like cleaning up and stuff. So I think it looks pretty good actually. It still feels good. It still feels like nothing's on my face. I probably could stand the blot, but I don't have to. Like I said, it's definitely shinier on camera. I can tell from the viewfinder, but in person it just looks natural. Yeah, so I will check back in a little bit later, probably in about 3 or 4 hours. See you later. Okay, so I'm finally back and the time is now 10:40 p.m. I'm pretty sure I applied this around 12:50 if I remember correctly, so I've had it on for about 10 hours now, and as you can see, I'm just a little bit shiny, but not so much more than I was earlier. So this foundation did pretty much hold up. Looking at my cheeks, it kind of looks like my blush is gone, so it could be the blush, but more than likely the foundation is probably just broken down in this area. But this foundation is not claimed to be a long wearing foundation, so I'm okay with that. It did last the full 8 hours, which is a normal like work day, so that means it will be perfect for most days for me. Yeah, and it still looks good. It looks like skin, still feels like skin. Usually, depending on the type of foundation, around this time of night I'm like ready to take my makeup off because my skin feels heavy, but I don't feel that with this. So yeah, so as for first impressions, I really do like the Lingerie de Peau foundation. It could be a little bit longer lasting, but again, that's not what it claims to do. I think it will be good for people with oily skin types if you're willing to blot or set this makeup. And for dry skin types, I think it will still work well. You just have to make sure that all your dry patches are taken care of pretty much. The one dry patch that I had in this area, it kind of worked itself out throughout the day when I started to produce a little bit of oil. So yeah, I really do like the way this look. I think it provides a really nice natural look, and based on first impressions, it really reminds me of the Makeup Forever face and body. It's pretty much the same thing. Just based on first impressions. Now of course I will do an update either via favorites video or a blog post or something, just to let you all know more about it once I've had a chance to use it a lot. But just based on first impressions, it really feels like the what is it, the Makeup Forever face and body, but Makeup Forever is of course cheaper. Now I purchased this for only $22 from modnique.com. I believe the regular price of this is somewhere around $55, which in my opinion is a little bit steep. Based on just my first impression, I wouldn't pay full price for this foundation just because I have the Makeup Forever and I just dropped it. It does the same thing, pretty much gives me the same type of finish for about $40. But for the $22, I definitely think that is worth it. Now, one thing that I can say compared to the Makeup Forever is that I think this one kept me matte a little bit longer, or satin finish a little bit longer than the Makeup Forever does. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first impression review. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.